What's up, guys? Welcome to That Creative Life. It's me, James Mathis, and today we are talking about EDC, both as a guy slash soon-to-be dad and as a photographer. What do I carry in my pockets? What do I carry with me to work? What do I have to have on me to do my job and to function in the roles that I am in my life? Let's talk about it. And in the famous words of one of my new favorite YouTubers, the clean version, let's do the darn thing. Okay, we're going to start with knives. I feel like knives are the cornerstone to any good EDC. Whatever knife you have is the right knife for the job. But I typically carry 3. And I know it sounds like a little extravagant, but each one has a different purpose. First of all, if I want to be more conspicuous, I'm going to have a flipper. Just a good standard folding pocket knife. This is the CRKT Bev Edge. Fantastic little flipper knife. Has a bottle opener, hence Bev. It has an edge on the blade, hence edge. Super fidgety. It's got the big eye hole so you can do the fun flick stuff. Open it that everybody loves so much, and it's so satisfying, especially when you just get it just right. Fantastic little knife for the price, especially. Super affordable. All this stuff is really pretty dang affordable because I'm not into spending a lot of money on stuff that's going to be used and abused. So, first up. Next, we're going to talk about fixed blade. I feel like having a fixed blade is important for a multitude of reasons. It's a lot more durable. If something happens to part of the hardware on that thing, it can't really work. If the bearings get dirty and you can't open it. There's nothing to get messed up. It's literally just this. It's a cute little CRKT minimalist Bowie version. Can't tell, like CRKT knives. Such a handy little thing to throw on your belt. It's so small, it doesn't get in the way. Excellent tool, sharp as a flipping razor. Highly recommend. CRKT Minimalist. Move on. Next up, being in my line of work as a photographer, especially in the home decor company, there's times where I have to open a bunch of plastic. There's times where I have to open boxes. There's times where I need a good utility knife. For me, I don't like carrying the traditional slide up ones. Not my thing. I don't want a flippy one because I'm afraid I'll hurt myself. This is kind of the perfect option for me because on one side, it is a normal pocket knife with a serrated blade. And I don't carry a serrated blade, so if for some reason I needed one, right there. Literally on the other side, boom, utility blade. You could flip this one open. Don't know why you'd want to, but it's there. Carrying this to where it has multiple functions is such a wonderful tool to have in your arsenal. It's made by Husky. It was like $13 at Home Depot. Highly recommend that thing. Moving on. Next up is not something that is a knife, but it does have a knife. I understand that's confusing. But as a photographer, having a multi-tool is super important. And my favorite one currently, this thing's gonna blow your mind because it's so big. The Gerber Dime. I love it because it has all the tools in it that I was looking for. It has screwdrivers, has a set of pliers, has scissors. All the tools are accessible from the outside, which is incredible. And it's super tiny. It can go in the little coin pocket in your jeans or whatever. Slide away and you don't even really remember it's there until you need it. Wonderful tool. Cannot tell you how many times I use this on a daily basis. Highly recommend a good multi-tool, and this is a wonderful one. Gerber Dime. Moving on. Okay, a few more things. Next up, gotta have a good wallet. I've talked about this one before. For the Rugged, off of Amazon. Great dude who runs a company. Talked to him several times on Insta. Great dude. Highly recommend. Good wood, rich style wallet. Moving on. Next up. Now for me, specifically, I have a very bad memory. So a lot of times I'll want to remember something. I'll mean to write it down on my phone and I won't remember. But for some reason, if I have pen and paper, I'm a lot more likely to remember. And so this, in particular, the Write in the Rain notebook, all weather, which means that you can write in the rain. It can get wet and the pages will still take ink. And then the metal Write in the Rain pen. Listen. I kind of love the way it clicks. Just a good, solid Fisher Space Pen refillable all-weather pen. You can write in the rain. You can write upside down. You can write in space. Literally, it's pressurized, so you can write anywhere you really need to. Highly recommend these two. It's great to have them, especially if you're having to do a lot outside, dealing with the elements. Great way to make sure you can still get written down what you need to get written down. Rolling on. Two things left. We're almost there, I promise. For me, I don't like to have a big watch because I do photography, obviously. I do music, which, especially as a guitarist, I don't really want my wrist super encumbered with something like huge, like a fossil. Like the face on that thing is awesome looking, but it's so big. Like I'm not going to be able to wear that on a daily basis, especially if I'm out working and stuff. This, on the other hand, is the Fitbit Luxe. Super affordable, super small, minuscule. Tracks my fitness, does all the things a smartwatch would do, gives you notifications when you need them. Plus, you can check the time, which, that's what a watch is for. Crazy, I know, right? For me, that's really the only thing I use it for, is to check the time, because it does all the fit stuff, but it does it on the phone end, so I don't have to worry about it. I literally can just have it to check the time and not have to pull out my phone every 10 seconds, which is so great, especially in today's world. Let's be honest, we all use our phones way too much. Anything that can make me use it less is always a good thing. So for me, minimalist watch, not in the way, great option for me. Let's move on to the last thing. Okay, so the last thing is miscellaneous stuff, and these are the last three items that I carry on a regular basis, but I'm gonna put them together for the sake of time. One, fidgety stuff. These are the Peter McKinnon coin and dice. They're made of brass or copper, I don't remember which, but awesome little things just to have in your pocket, fidget around with, play with, kind of help distract yourself when you need to come up with an idea. And then after you've been doing all that heavy thinking and you're sweating up a storm, handkerchief. I know it's a little old school, just a good old-fashioned handkerchief. You can never know how often this will come in handy, especially if you're trying to console somebody who's upset, if you are trying to clean off your phone screen, clean off lens. These things can come in handy so often, so highly recommend just a handkerchief. Last but not least in this little miscellaneous category, flashlight. I think flashlights are so important, especially as a photographer, and I'm going to tell you why. Because let's say that I'm trying to do a photo shoot and I can't get the lighting quite the way I want to, and I don't have an extra light, but I need just a little bit more fill light. This thing is bright enough to very easily work as a fill light, or to be honest, as a primary light if I really need it to, because this thing is stupid bright. Rechargeable, less than 20 bucks at Walmart. It's the Kodiak Lightning Hub, something like that. Fantastic little light, highly recommend. It does get hot when it's in turbo mode for too long, but having this can save your butt on a photo shoot, so highly recommend. Do you have to have all these things to be a good photographer? Obviously not. Do they make your life easier? Yes. And so for me, I like to carry these things so that when this situation arises, I have the right tool for the right job. Does this cover everything I might ever need? Of course not. There's always going to be something that you didn't remember, gaff tape or extra memory card or something. But as far as just normal day-to-day, this covers most everything I need. And that's what I'm carrying in my pockets. And so if you have any questions about any of this stuff, leave them down below. I'll try to answer them best I can. And what are you carrying? Like, I'd love to see. So like, share on Insta, share on whatever, comment here what it is. Just tell me what you got. I'd love to see. I love you guys. Don't forget to live that creative life. I'll see you next time. Bye.